What's up, shit? Timmy's here. Now, Peacock did put out some pretty good shows this year as well. Like, I remember when they first announced Peacock, I thought that sounded like a dumb title or whatever. But you know what? Peacock in recent years has been putting out some solid stuff. You know, whether it's the Saved by the Bell reboot, Bel Air, Ted, they have been putting out some really solid stuff lately. Now, they didn't really put out as much shows this year as I would have expected, but so I'm only actually narrowing down only to top eight. So here's my top eight favorite Peacock shows of the year. Number eight is one that I literally just finished, and it's not a great show, but it's actually pretty decent. Interesting season two. Um, but it's only this slow because it just like I just finished it up and stuff, so I had obviously need more time to sink in here. Number eight is a companion test. The companion test is a really interesting show here, starring Simu Liu, Melissa Brer. Melissa Brer. I love Melissa Brer. Anytime she's in something, I'll watch it in a heartbeat. I'm glad to see her back on TV here because my first introduction to Melissa Brer was on TV with the show Vita. Go watch Vita. You'll thank me later. Now, of course, it stars Simu Liu, where like an analyst discovers like his eyes and ears has been hacked here, and he's of course drawn into a controlled world designed by his agency and all. And the chemistry with Simu Liu and Melissa Brer is excellent. James Wan is a producer on this. He did a good job. It is a really interesting show. Whether season two happens, who knows? Because the ending, the final season, the final episode do kind of lead into a season two, but we'll see if season two will actually happen. Number seven is Devil in Disguise, the John Wayne Gacy story. I really quite enjoyed the show. Like Micah Chernas was a really good John Wayne Gacy. Michael Gerano was also great. James Badge Dale. It is a really interesting show. Really, showcase on who John Wayne Gacy was and the horrendous crimes that he happened in here, and really decent show worth giving a go. All right. Number six, I'm going to go with the new season of Poker Face. Now, I didn't think this new season was as good as the first season, but I still thought it was pretty decent. Like, I did quite like some of the new, guest appearances, like Haley Joe Osment, Corey Hawkins, many others. I know it was a really decent season, and definitely looking forward. I mean, sadly, season three didn't happen, but they are looking to possibly move in season three to another service. So we'll see if that happens or not, but we'll see. All right, number five is a new season of Twisted Metal. I really quite enjoyed Twisted Metal. I thought that this season was pretty decent. Anthony Mackie was just as good. It's not as good as the first season, but I still had fun and a blast with it. Of course, Stephanie Beatrice. Anthony Mackie was great this season. Will Arnett, voice of Sweet Tooth, is great. It's such a really decent season. And, of course, we are getting a season three. That probably won't come out till, 2027. So, see how that's going to be. All right. Coming in at number four is a show called Long Bright River. Long Bright River, of course, is a show based on a book starring Amanda Seyfried, who, by the way, great year for her. But here, of course, Amanda Seyfried plays this police officer, Parolee, who patrols a Philadelphia neighborhood, hard hit for the opioid crisis and all. And Amanda Seyfried gives such a good performance here. Of course, the one who plays her son is great. Some other cast of characters like Nicholas Pinnock is terrific. Ashley Cummings, Dash McHo. Some really interesting cast of characters here. Crazy twists and turns around. It is such a really good show if you guys haven't seen that. All right, coming in at number three is your All Her Fort. All Her Fort is a really good show. Starring Sarah Snook coming off of her Emmy win for Succession. Of course, starring Dakota Fanning. You also got Jake Lacey, who's becoming the king of Peacock shows, by the way. It is a really interesting series, say least. It takes place in Chicago, where Marissa, arrives at this avenue here, trying to find her son, but after a play day here, but she finds that her son's not there, so she has to try to find what happened to her son and stuff. It is crazy twisted turns around. Sophia Lillis, who you might know from It fame, gives a wonderful performance here. Michael Pena is great. Dakota Fanning. Some really great other supporting cast. Jake Lacey is excellent as well. It's such a really good show. It's crazy twisted turns around. If you guys haven't watched it, give it a go. All right. Coming in at number 2 is the final season of Bel-Air. This season was excellent. Like, when they first announced that they were going to do a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot that was going to be, a drama and stuff, I thought that was a weird idea. But you know what? This show has been terrific. I love the cast of characters here. Of course, a little bit of a spoiler alert for the final season. Will Smith does pop up. It was really cool to see, like, the Bel-Air's version of Will Smith looking at, like, pretty much looking at his, like, future self played by the original OG Smith. And I'm not going to lie, that was a little teary-eyed there. It's such a really good show, great callback to the original. And the final season was great. I will love to see some spin-offs down the line, but who knows? Jabari Banks, by the way, is great. The guy who plays Jeffrey, Jimmy, what's his name again? Jimmy Akingbola. He is great here. They did have a fun scene where this Carlton actor, the actor who plays Carlton, was actually doing the Carlton. That really brought me back with the OG one. It's such a really good show. If you guys haven't watched it, do yourself a favor, give it a go. The final season was a great one. And my number 1 favorite show Peacock put out this year is The Paper. Of course, obviously the Office, revival, if you will. Not really a revival, but the Office spinoff and stuff. I really quite enjoyed the show. I really quite like Domino Gleason. Sabrina Epenzikar from White Lotus was great in this here. It is a really decent show. Great, of course, great performances here. Really intriguing series. If you guys have not watched it, highly recommend it. And of course, obviously, they do got season 2, which I'm not sure if season 2 is coming out in 2026 or 2027, but we'll see. It's a comedy show. It does take a long to make, I guess. But of course, that is pretty much it there. Here is my quick one now. All right. Number 8 is a Cobain test. 7, Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. 6, Poker Face Season 2. 5, Twisted Metal Season 2. 4, Long Bright River. 3, All Her Foot. 2, Bel-Air Final Season. And number 1 is The Paper. Now, there was also the documentary about Saturday Night Live, Beyond Saturday Night. That was actually pretty decent, too. But yeah, they didn't really I really thought Ted Season 2 wasn't going to come out this year. But it looks like that's not going to come out till 2026. So I think that's coming out in March. So again, next week I will be talking about the Peacock shows that are set for release in 2026. So keep your eye out for that. But let me let you guys. What were some of your favorite Peacock originals that came out in 2026? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Henry signing out.